TDS is everything a Roblox game should be. It's strategic, skill-based, and the developers actually listen to their community. In my opinion, it's basically perfect, and it used to be one of the best games on the platform, even being featured in Roblox official events. But it isn't anymore. Nowadays, scummy knockoffs are destroying TDS by using extremely predatory tactics to keep their players engaged, and TDS has to change fast, because it's only getting worse. If you search up tower defense on Roblox, you'll probably be greeted by a mix of anime, brain rot, and meme-related TD games. And while I will be focusing on anime defenders, the mechanics I mention apply to almost all of these so-called games. While the towers in anime defenders are all just a couple of generic fantasy words put together to make stuff like the Flame Dragon God and Elf Wizard, because they can't use the actual names of the anime characters or else they'll get copyright struck. They do have insanely detailed modules and crazy GFX, which makes you want these cool towers. The catch is, to get these cool towers, you have to gamble. That's right, every single tower in these games are obtained through a gacha mechanic. These gacha systems force the players to spend their real money for a chance of getting the good tower, and once you've spent even a little bit, your brain doesn't want it to feel wasted, so it keeps going until you win. The progression in these games aren't skill-based, it's luck-based. You could spend ages and ages grinding and still not get the good units because it's just RNG and it's not in your favor. No matter how much you tell yourself that you'll stop, when you gamble for a rare tower and you finally get it, your brain rewards you with a burst of dopamine, and this is what causes that amazing rush of excitement. But that feeling fades fast. Instead of feeling satisfied, your brain just remembers that high and it needs to feel it again. So you gamble again, and you repeat the cycle, and unless you realize early on, you'll just end up being addicted and reliant on this dopamine. And this isn't an accident. Every sound or flash animation is deliberately made to keep you hooked, to keep you craving that next hit. It's all just a trap disguised as a game, and it probably won't surprise you to know that it's all because of money. I'm not kidding when I say that this game is just trying to squeeze every last penny out of you. You literally have to pay money just to keep more towers. This game is optimized for addiction, not fun. So how does this all relate to TDS? Well, Roblox as a platform is no longer a place where high-quality games naturally succeed. Instead, it now prioritizes engagement over entertainment, and the games that get to the top of the search results are just the ones that make the most cash. Whether it's by paying money to sponsor them, farming user engagement, or just addicting its players so they keep coming back, Roblox's algorithm will always favor them over the high quality games, and TDS is stuck trying to compete with them without just monetizing everything. Even if it is strategic and skill-based, TDS isn't immune to the pressure. It has to compete with all those anime clone games using the same gambling systems, to the point where they all just look the same as each other. These games flood the homepage, and the only way to compete is by them doing the same thing. That's why you're seeing more monetization in TDS, more limited time features and more clickbaity thumbnails. It's not that the devs just suddenly want to be pay to win, it's that Roblox rewards the games that are. If TDS doesn't push monetization, it just gets buried under the low effort trash that they call games. And it's even worse. You see, Roblox takes a 30% cut on every single transaction that happens on the platform. And when the developers try to DevX that Robux into real money, the exchange rate is just abysmal. Imagine you bought 10,000 Robux for €120. If you spent it all on TDS game passes, the developers would only receive 7,000 Robux after Roblox is cut. And then when they try to cash that out, they'd only get €23. That's less than 20% of what you paid. No wonder Roblox is worth more than $71 billion. And sure, you can say that €23 is a lot of money, but TDS isn't cheap to run. From what I could find, they have over 50 active developers. That's not even including the animators, UI designers, and all the others they've commissioned over the years. That's a lot of people to pay, especially if you want regular, high-quality updates. And let's be honest, we expect it. But when TDS tries to monetize in response, like with the recent skill tree system, they get instantly flooded with backlash. I checked their Discord the day it dropped, and every single chat was locked down within 30 minutes because people were spamming refund demands and pay-to-win accusations. And while yes, the system was expensive and very overpowered at first, most people didn't even wait for more information about it. They just saw a new update and kept buying stuff until they were broke. Sure, 1.6 million coins is a lot, but you didn't have to spend all your money at once. Either way, it's a lose-lose for the developers. If they don't monetize, they can't sustain high-quality updates, but if they do monetize, they just get insane lashback from the community. So when people say things like TDS is just getting worse, or that they're just greedy now, I don't think that's fair. TDS isn't perfect, but it's trying to keep up in an algorithm that always picks quantity over quality. And it's like people are just forgetting the fact that TDS releases new events and features, and all that crazy amazing stuff every 2 weeks. So here's the truth that no one really wants to admit. If TDS stays completely free to play, it just won't survive. Not because the devs are greedy, but because making a game like this is expensive. Updates take time. Towers, UI, maps, all of it costs money and effort, and a lot of it. I mean, think of everything we expect of TDS devs. We expect frequent events, high quality new towers, engaging trailers and leaks, zero game-breaking bugs or unbalanced features, and every single time we want them to be original ideas that no one's ever done before. That's why it's frustrating to me when players scream "pay to win" the moment a new feature drops. TDS needs to monetize to stay alive, and honestly, compared to most games, it's doing that in a much better way. I mean, there's no gambling or anything apart from the spin wheel, and all those event towers and exclusive skins are a pretty good way of making money, because you don't actually need them, you only want them. But when the devs try something bold like the skill tree, they get destroyed for it. Yes, it was a bit unbalanced at launch, but the community barely gave it a chance. People were demanding refunds and calling the game a scam within minutes, not hours, minutes. And I have to say, it was mostly all our fault. We need to calm down, because if we keep treating the developers like villains every time they try to make some money, we're gonna lose them. I mean, they're human. They have rent to pay, families to feed, and actual lives outside of TDS development. If they burn out or just walk away, then that's it. TDS doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs space to grow. And that starts with us, being less reactive, more understanding, and remembering that behind every update is a team of real people doing their best to make us happy. And I'm not saying we need to give them all our money or else they're gonna go broke, but we could probably chill a little more when they release more monetized content. Before I go, if you're one of the few people who watched all the way through, then thank you. I've been working on this video for more than a month, and it means a lot that you watched the entire thing. I recommend checking out Endportex or Corso's videos, which I've linked in the description, as this was heavily inspired by them. But until next time, take care, and I hope to see you again.